Hey guys, so here's another way to overcome the price objection, and that is to double down on that objection. This is very in line with the yes and objection, the same idea, but essentially what we're going to do is when they say, well, it is a lot of money, I do have to think about it and think if I can afford it. You're going to say, well, yeah, obviously, listen, I know money doesn't grow on trees. This is not something that most people can do. I know personal training is not the cheapest thing in the world. So I'm going to stop you there. So you are like, yeah, listen, money does not grow on trees. This is something that, I'm fully aware is not within everybody's capability. So you are validating their objection. And then, you're going to say, so, have you ever done personal training before? And they're going to be like, well, yeah, I did do personal training. And okay, so, most training is going to be like $100 or so per hour, right? And they're like, yeah, I know. That's why, it was kind of unsustainable for me before. So let me stop you there. Before going into your price, because they just now in their head is like, I know I stopped because I couldn't afford it. What you want to get them thinking about is what they liked about it, right? If they stopped because they couldn't afford it, there's a good chance that they may regret stopping or wish they could have kept going. So you want to redirect their thinking. Be like, oh yeah, well, did you like it when you did it? And then be like, yes, I loved it. Honestly, I loved my trainer. This was like, I was in the best shape of my life. And so you're going to be like, yeah, okay, so you get the value in it, and you see how important, the accountability and the challenge is when you're working with a trainer. Yeah. And then they're gonna be like, yes, I know. And it's kind of a tough pill to swallow, and be like, okay, cool. Well, you mind if I tell you a little bit about how our program works? And then you're gonna say, so you've done personal training, you probably were spending about 100 to 150 an hour. So that is, a mind reading trick where they're gonna be like, oh wow, he knew exactly what I was doing. And that builds trust with the prospect. And you're going to say, and the really cool thing about the way we do it is, so we do what's called small group personal training, where we run really small groups, only 7 people in the entire gym at a time. So you're getting the individualization of one-on-one training, but you're also getting the energy and value of a group class. So it's kind of a unique blend that we've created and we've been really successful with, and it allows people to afford it when maybe the full cost of one-on-one hasn't worked for them in the past. Does that make sense? So again, you've really drilled down, you've primed them to think about how much they absolutely loved and appreciated the value of one-on-one, and then you hit them with this insane cost savings by, I don't even think I mentioned it, but so the way we do it is we're actually able to make it be about $30 per session instead of what you've done in the past, which was like $100. And we include nutrition and blah blah blah. So does that make sense? And then they're like, oh wow, that's really reasonable. That's always what they say. And you say, yeah, we do pretty well with it, and that's why our sessions fill up so fast. So listen, right now we're running a really big discount only for the first 50 clients before we open. Is this something that you think you'd want to give a try? Right? So that's a really good way to really double down on that objection, is lean into the objection. So let me start from scratch. They say, yeah, I am really worried about price. And be like, oh, listen, of course, I know money doesn't grow on trees. Personal training is not something that everybody can do. So if you don't mind me asking, have you done personal training before? All right. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's kind of like, hey, listen, I get it. This is not for those people. So play around with that, see if it helps.